Hey guys, it's Jess, and today I'm here to do a book review on Pegasus by Robin McKinley. Pegasus is essentially about a princess named Sylvie and a Pegasus named Ebon. And in this land, the Pegasus or the Pegasi and the humans have always had a bond, or at least for several hundred years. And it all started when the Pegasi were living on their own land, but they were becoming extinct because there were predators that were killing them on this land. And when the humans came along, they were able to kill or chase away the predators, saving the Pegasi. And so the Pegasi they've created a treaty with the humans that they will, always be there to help serve them and work with them. So, therefore, when you turn 12 in this land, you get assigned your own Pegasus when you turn 12 and you're part of the royal family. And Sylvie she's kind of excited a little because she thinks the Pegasi are beautiful, but she also finds them intimidating. And she also doesn't really understand how it will work to have this bond with someone that you can't talk to. Because these two races have different languages, they aren't able to communicate with each other normally. They use a lot of sign language, and then whatever they can't say to each other, they have to use a speaker. And the speaker is often a human magician. And so Sylvie is thinking that's just going to be so weird. But then when the day comes that she gets bound to her Pegasus, she realizes that she and her Pegasus, Ebon, can actually speak to each other, and it's groundbreaking, and it really shakes everybody up because, to their knowledge, no one has ever been able, these two, the human and the Pegasi have never been able to speak to each other before without the use of a speaker. And some people are intrigued by it, and some people, like particularly a magician named Fathum, is really intimidated and threatened by it. And he actually tries to convince the royal family that this is not a good thing, that this disrupts everything they know, and things need to stay the way they are, and we need to separate Sylvie and Ebon because this can only lead to bad things. And essentially the book is about Sylvie and Ebon and how they grow to understand each other better and ultimately find that they do have a lot in common, and that their worlds really aren't that different. So first of all, I have to comment on the cover of this book because it's just beautiful. Now, you will see that this is actually not the book itself. This is a printout because I finished this book just in time before I had to take it back to the library because there was another hold on it and I didn't want it to keep it late. So I took it back, but I did want to print it out so that you guys could see it. I know that some of you saw it on my book haul, but I wanted you to see it again. But I mean, look at that. It's beautiful, beautiful, but I love that. This is obviously Ebon, and that is obviously Sylvie. But it's a beautiful image, just really pretty coloring, and I love it. I love it. I love it. So I'm pretty sure that I have mentioned before that I am a huge, huge fan of Robin McKinley. I love her books, and I've mostly read her fairy tale retellings, but I've read some of her other books too, like I've read The Blue Sword, but she has such a beautiful way with language, and she really knows how to grab you and just pull you in. So I have to admit, I went into this book with very high expectations, and I was a little worried because when I first started reading it, I was just sort of like, it's okay. And I will say, like the first 40 or 50 pages, Maybe not that quite many, but I was really thinking, this is kind of boring. I'm not feeling it. And in fact, that's why it took me so long to read and why I only just barely got the book in by the time it was due at the library, because I kept sort of picking it up and I would read a page or two and then be like, I don't really want to read this right now. And so I was worried. I was worried because I wanted to continue with my I love Robin McKinley streak. But I will say that after that, it really does pick up. And of course, the part that it really picks up is when Sylvie and Ebon meet each other, and you get to really enjoy that friendship. And it is a beautiful friendship. She Robin McKinley really makes you believe in these two. You're rooting for them. They just have so much fun together, and it's a really lovely friendship. I've been reading a lot of romances lately. And those are nice. I mean, those are great. But it was really refreshing to read, to just read a book about friendship, two, well, not people, but a Pegasus and a human who really respect each other and enjoy each other, and they rib each other like brother and sister, and yet there's a lot of respect there. And anyway, it's really fun to watch, and because you get so excited about this relationship, this friendship, any conflict that comes in that makes you feel like these two aren't going to be able to continue what they have is really sad and really devastating. And in fact, the book ends on this major cliffhanger, and I was just like, wait a minute, what? But then I found out that there is actually another book in the series that's coming out next year, so that makes me feel better, and I'll definitely be reading that. But like I said, except for the first 50 pages or so, this is exactly what I've grown to love about Robin McKinley's writing. It's just really wonderful worlds that are very descriptive and really bring you in. And again, this friendship, which is really fun to read, and just really cute. So definitely check out Pegasus. I gave it a 4-star review. Really liked it, and I hope you'll check it out too, because it's definitely worth it. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.